Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. So today we are going to be testing out some new products that I got recently. These are just new to me. All of these really are not new at all, like they all came out a long time ago, but it's new to me. Some of them I've tried a couple times, but I just wanted to try again to really solidify my review on it. But I guess the main star of the show, we have the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Press Powder Foundation, and then we also have the Natasha Denona Glam Face Palette. So there are a couple other goodies in the mix as well. We have Unleashia, some more ColourPop as well. So with that being said, if you guys are interested to hear my thoughts on some new products that I picked up recently, then please continue watching. Alright, so starting off with a primer, I have this one here from e.l.f. It's their Mint Melt Cooling Face Primer. So I've had this for a little while now, but I haven't used it as much. So it's not my first time, it's probably like my third time. And I'm still trying to like figure out whether I like this or not, because this is like a dupe for the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip that I really like. So I'm just gonna apply it to the center of my face mainly. And I'm just gonna apply this first and let it sit, because today we're gonna be using a pressed powder. And now that I'm feeling it, I don't know if this is a good primer for a pressed powder because it feels so sticky. This will probably be better with a liquid. And while my primer is sitting into my skin, I'm going to go in with this lip balm from unleashia. It's their Glitter Wave Lip Balm. I got mine in the shade number 4, and it's so pretty. It looks like a little jelly with glitter inside. I haven't used this one yet, so I don't know if it's going to give me a tint or not. And it smells nice as well. It smells like fruits. And even though it's clear, it looks like it is giving my lips a little bit of a tint, which is nice. And that's really hydrating. It's really lightweight. You don't see those glitters on your lips. Well, I see like one glitter, but yeah. Now I'm going to test out a new concealer, but it's actually just a sample that I got, but I thought I would use it anyway. So this is the Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape. So I have tried the original Shape Tape. I haven't tried the ultra creamy one. I don't even know when this released, but I'm pretty sure it's quite old. I'm gonna open 16 in Fair Light Neutral. Okay, that looks a little light. Let me open 29 Light Medium. Okay, that's what it looks like. That might be a bit better for me actually. And I'll just use it to conceal. I got a couple of acne scars. You know what sucks? These days I've been getting a lot of breakouts around my period week. I'll break out like leading up towards my period, and the breakouts are actually quite bad. Like these three, you can see they're actually quite bad. So in reality, I only have 3 weeks of like okay skin, but in those 3 weeks I'm healing from the breakouts I got from my period, you know? So in reality, my skin is always going to be bad. Because every 3 weeks, I'm just going to break out. It makes no sense. I don't know if it's because I'm using a brush, but I feel like the coverage is not as high as the normal Shape Tape. And then I'm just going to use that under my eyes as well. So with the normal Shape Tape, I actually don't like it because I find it just to be so dry. But underneath my eyes, that actually looks really good. The shade is also not that bad. 29, what is it? 29 in Light Medium. That's also not that bad. Can see it bunching up a little bit on my cheek here. But that could be also the primer as well. I'm not sure how I feel about this primer. So hopefully this next step will be fine, because we're going to go in with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Press Face Powder. I have the shade Light 6. So they sent me a bunch of shades and I thought Light 6 would be my match. So this is what it looks like inside. You have this puff. Honestly, I don't like how they came out with this packaging for the pressed powder. It's just so hard to open. Like, it feels very cheap. Take this off. Oh yeah. So I have used this, I've been testing it out. But you know what's the funny thing about pressed powder? I actually never use pressed powder as like foundation. I always use it with a powder brush just to gently set in my face in. I never use it with like this puff, and like after I got this, I think I've tried it like 3 times so far. It's like my first time like actually using it like that, and I'm like, wow, this is great for oily skin people. This is what light 6 looks like. But I'm just gonna gently swipe that on my face. And I haven't really seen too many people talk about this pressed powder, so I don't really know what the general review is. But from the times I've tried it, like I like it. Like I don't mind it. But then again, I haven't like used a lot of pressed powders. Well, I have never actually used a pressed powder like this, like swiping it on my face. So I don't know if there are other ones that are better. I mean, I have tried a lot of pressed powders, but just not in this technique, you know? On camera, it looks very light, but I think once we put bronzer on and everything, it'll be fine. I can see a little bit of texture, but I mean, with pressed powder, isn't that going to happen anyway? I do find this method like very quick and easy, like boom. So overall I like it. I feel like on this side it's bunching up a little bit, but it was doing that with the concealer, so it might be a primer problem. Oh, my acne is so bad today. I probably wouldn't use it in this way. I would just use it like I normally would. Like I would just take my brush, tap it on like this rather than swiping it onto my skin. I think that just, I don't know, almost ages me a little bit. So now I finally have my brows on, and the foundation has kind of like settled in a little bit. I think it actually looks quite good. It does look a little patchy up here. I think it's just because I applied too much, but I actually quite like how it looks, like the finish of it. I think I would use a different primer next time, and also I would just stick to my normal concealer. So with that being said, my eyes are primed, and we're gonna go into the Natasha Denona Glam Face Palette. I was gonna do a whole dedicated review on this, but I thought because I'm like a little too late, I would just do this kind of video. So here it is. I have swatched it. So you get the shadows on the bottom, and then you get the blush and highlighter. And I thought this was such a nice little palette, especially for travel, because you are knocking out like 2-3 categories. So we're gonna play with this today. We're gonna start off with this shade here, which is just called Transition, and we're gonna use it as our transition shadow. So I primed my eyes with the ColourPop Party Proof Eye Primer. It's just the one I'm currently using, but we're gonna sweep that into the crease as our transition. And this is a really nice pinky color. It's my first time using this palette. I haven't used it yet. I wanted to save it for video, and this is a really nice transition. So there is a light version and a dark version of this palette. I'm sure you guys know if you keep up with Natasha. I got the light version, so I'm sure the darker version, the shades would be a lot deeper for a different complexion. It's a really nice like light pink mauve kind of shade. So I'm also gonna take that onto my lower lash line as well. So now I'm going to go into this shade right here called Crease. I'm actually going to apply that at the outer corners of my eyes. I do think it's nice how she writes like where she thinks these shadows should go, but I don't think that should restrict you on where you should apply things. But this crease color could also be a transition color as well, to be honest. But I'm going to place her right here at the outer corner, just to slowly build up some depth. It's a nice like neutral light toned brown. Then I'm gonna go into this shade right here called Smoke, and we are gonna use this just to smoke out that outer corner there, just building on the depth. It actually doesn't go too dark. And then I'm going to take some of that onto my lower lash line over here. Now I'm gonna take this shade here called Outer Corner. I wonder why that's called Outer Corner. Outer Corner? I don't know. I'm gonna place this at the inner corner third here. Oh, this is quite pretty. In the pan, it looks a little more like golden, but on the eye, it kind of has like a slight rose gold tint to it. And you guys know how I feel about rose gold shadows, so this is really pretty. You could make this more metallic by using a wet brush or using your finger, but I just want it very gradual and diffused. Now I'm going to use this shade here called Inner Corner, and then placing that right at the inner corner here. These have a lot of like micro glitters that are quite loose, so just be careful when you're applying. And then I have a new mascara. Well, this is not really new. I've had this for so long. It's the ColourPop Act Natural Defining Mascara. I got it in brown, but looking at it, it's quite like a dark brown, so I think it will still be okay. So we're gonna try it for the first time. I just opened it. I got this so long ago, but I just have so many mascaras opened that I didn't want to open another one, but here we are. So we're just gonna apply this to the top lashes. So ColourPop actually has quite a few mascaras now, I feel. They got the Level Up, this one, the Act Natural. The brush is actually quite nice. I feel like it feels like it's really coating my lashes really well. I'm sure you can't really tell with my upper lashes because I have my liner on, but this one seems promising. I think I might like this one better than the Level Up one, but the Level Up mascara, the ones I got, I feel like they were really dried out, so that could be the problem as well. But let's try this on my lower lash. Okay, the wand is a little big for me. I like a wand that's a little like more skinny and curved. Not my favorite for the bottom lashes, but I mean, it still works. So I wanted to use these glitter sticks from Unleashia. I got all the remaining shades, so I forgot the site that I bought it from. I'll put it on the screen. But this is the old packaging. Unleashia did repackage, so the old packaging was on sale and I got them for about like $1 US. Like this was $1, guys. So in New Zealand it was like about $3 or something. The shipping was expensive from the store that we got it from, but I split the shipping with my friend Denise. So it was okay. I mean, like $1 for like my favorite glitter stick, like of course I'm gonna have to get it, right? So I'll leave it down below if it's still available, like for $1. If not, they do sell this on YesStyle. But I got all the shades now, but since I already have my inner corner on, I can't use these today. But what I can use, I also got more Unleashia products. So this is the Tap Me palette duo. So now I have all three. These are the two new ones I got. So this one is number 3 Rubber Dub, and this one is number 2 Groovy. So I'm gonna use Rubber Dub, the bronzer shade. I mean, you could use it as a blush as well, but just a little bronzer. So I'm just gonna do literally just 1 tap, 2 taps, and then because I don't want too much on me today. I was gonna use the cream blush and highlighter from the Glam face palette, but I thought I could show you more products and I'll use that at a different stage. But that works really great as a bronzer, but that could be a really nice blush as well for sure. And then I'm also just gonna take the glitter as well, and I'm gonna apply that to the inner corners here. So these glitters have more of like a blue and green reflex. It probably wouldn't be my first choice of glitter for this type of eye look, but I have been obsessed with glitter recently, so I just have to apply that. Like, just look how much sparkle that gives to your eyes. So I still haven't used this palette yet. I'll have to save that for next time, but doesn't that look like such a warm dream? I love this quad as well. But for blush today, we are going to be using the Too Faced Love Flush Blush. These are the two new shades that I got really recently, and I still have not used them. So this is No Ordinary Love, which is more pink. It's all brand new. I don't even want to use it because the imprint is so cute. But this one is called Love Yourself. So I have used this formula before, but these are two new shades I got. And I'm probably leaning towards this one. Yeah, so this one again is No Ordinary Love. So these seem like a matte blush. Oh no, they still actually have a little sheen to it. But they do seem a little bit more matte than the other two that I have. Surprisingly, it's not as like bright of a pink. I thought it would be a little bit, I don't know, a little bit brighter, you know, but this is actually quite subtle, which is nice. And it's very, very buildable. As you can see, like I'm dipping back into the pan. I don't know if it's like the powder foundation, but I feel like my face looks so cakey. I'm sure on camera it looks fine from far away, but in person, like especially this side, it looks so powdery and heavy. But this shade is really nice. Oh my gosh, I love these blushes so much. So for lips today, we had two options. We had the e.l.f. Hydrating Core Lip Shine, which has a little love heart in the middle, and I haven't used this yet, and I've had it for so long, still haven't used it. And then this is the M Cosmetics True Gloss in the shade Moroccan Sunset, and I think I'm gonna go with this because I wanted to do something a little bit more red, just because I'm wearing all black today. And I have tried this formula. I actually have quite a few shades, but I haven't used this shade specifically yet, Moroccan Sunset. So let's give it a go. It's definitely more on the orangey side than red than I was expecting, but it's really, really pretty. And you can see like this is a really opaque kind of gloss. Actually, it's not really like, it's not so glossy. I would say it's like a hybrid between a liquid lipstick and a gloss. Cause look at that pigment. Crazy. So this, you guys, is the final look completed using a few new products that I picked up recently. I really like how the final look turned out. I think everything came together at the end. And I guess to wrap things up, I thought I would give my final thoughts on everything that we used today. So starting off with the primer, I do like it, but I think it's a little too sticky for me. I find this to be a little bit more sticky than the Milk Makeup one, but I'll keep using it and maybe use it with different foundations and stuff like that. The Tarte Shape Tape Ultra Creamy Concealer, it was nice. Like I'm actually intrigued by it, and maybe if they have like a mini size, I might purchase that, just because I think it did perform quite well. I wouldn't say it's like my absolute favorite, but it wasn't bad either. And I think with samples, sometimes the formula is not, I guess, exact. For the pressed powder from Colourpop, I do like it. Like I think at the end when all of my makeup is on, like I really like how my skin looks. I think when I applied it, maybe I applied too much. Again, I'm not really too familiar with pressed powder foundation, like applying it in that method. But yeah, I do like it for its price. I mean, it's not bad. Like, I enjoyed it. And then, of course, the Natasha Denona Glam Face Palette. I actually really enjoyed this palette, although I didn't get to use the blush and highlight. I'll have to update you guys on that in the future. But the eyeshadows are really nice. These tones are really pretty. I really love this outer corner shimmer shade. It's such a nice rose gold, and I really like how the eye look turned out. The formula performs well, so I don't know if it's really worth the price tag, but it did work really well. For the Colourpop Act Natural mascara, it was okay. I wouldn't say it's like my favorite. I feel like I can't beat my Hemish Smudged Up mascara. This one's okay, not my favorite. But I forgot to talk about the lip balm. The lip balm is really nice. I really like this. I think it's super pretty. The one from Unleashia, like, how pretty is that? It smells really nice. It's really hydrating as well. I applied it at the start of my makeup and it was still very hydrating towards the end of my makeup, and I've been filming for like an hour or so. So I really enjoyed that lip balm from Unleashia. And then also from Unleashia, I did use the Tap Me palette. I have used this before, just in a different shade, so I already knew I was going to love it, so I used that as the bronzer. I like it. Use the glitter, love the glitter. So I mean, I knew I was gonna love this. And then for blush, again, another formula I have used before, just in a new shade. I love this shade. I mean, which one did I use? I used this one. This one. I love it. I think this shade is so pretty, and I think it's going to become one of my staples now, so I enjoyed this as well. And then lastly, for the lip color, the M Cosmetics True Gloss. I haven't used the gloss in a while, and I forgot how like opaque it is. I love the formula, I love the color, Moroccan Sunset. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching today's video, just seeing me try out some new products. Obviously these are all new to me. Some of them are just new shades. None of these are really like new, but yeah, regardless, hope you guys still enjoyed today's video, and if you did, if you could, give the video a thumbs up for me. I'd appreciate it so much. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching as always. I love you so much, and I'll go ahead and see you guys in my next video. Bye!